what you guys would have like defended? Would you have said, well, excuse me, but these guys are deciding like how?
Yeah. There was only Englishmen and white. There was no Métis at all.
There was nobody there. And they actually chose, okay, I don't know where they held the last trial, but the one on their first choice had like maybe 4 or 5 French speakers, but they found out that there was only one on this one, that they chose that one instead because they were only English and make it easier.
And they weren't actually allowed to say any of the backstory
Yeah.
for Riel, for his trial. So
So
they
none of
brought
the
up that
women
he killed
did.
someone, but they weren't allowed to say why.
Right.
And
Was
they
the
brought up,
trial basically unfair?
Yes.
Yes.
It was very
Very
unfair.
unfair.
I like the way you, when you each talked to begin with, you then picked up on what the other person had said, the other team, which is crux of the debate a lot of times. Our opponent says blah, 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 but we say. Do you find there's enough proof, put that in quotes, to verify that he was, I wouldn't say insane, but mentally unbalanced?
I personally think that there is enough proof to say that he was somewhat mentally imbalanced, and during a period of time in his life, he went through a mental breakdown. For the majority of his years fighting the government, I would say probably not, but near to the end, he wrote that letter in full sincerity to his friend stating that he was a Jew named David Mordecai.
That's kind of hard to rebut against.
Well, one of you made a good point, that that was 5 years after.
After Manitoba became part of Confederation.
Yeah.
Also, right before they hanged him, he told the priest that he would rise again, and that he would rise again on the 3rd day. And he stated that he was the
The second
new
savior.
second savior.
Do you know, if you don't take that literally though, if you look at it like, okay, you'll be killed, but,
But
you know, if you don't take it actually literally, but if you look at it, you're going to be killed, but this is going to rise up because of you.
Yes, but if you look at it with a bunch of the other evidence,
Oh, I-
things that
He
he
probably
said,
would have
He was
that.
also elected to the Canadian House of Commons 3 times while he was hiding in the woods.
Yep.
also, he was hanged after Manitoba became
Like 15 years after.
Yeah, 15 years later.
Would he have been running in this last election? Would he have been elected?
I don't think so.
Was he pretty?
Did he have nice hair? He did have nice hair. He did have nice hair.
Well, the other things we got
I think you were well prepared and you handled your parts well. You need to question the opponent, which you did, and you didn't make fun of them, which is very positive.
Yeah, that's right.
A lot of people in a debate try and make fun of people and make them look like an idiot, even though they are sometimes.
that was my original
staring me
rebuttal.
down the whole time though.
You were hilarious at the end of her rebuttal. You were just